Over the summer, Millard West made many new changes to the interior of the school. These brand new renovations were generated by voters who would voice their opinion on what needed to be changed the most for the upcoming school year, and the winner of the vote was new security at the front of the building.
The biggest thing that you could see here, the front entranceway is the most obvious thing that a student saw when they first came in. The concern that we've always had, in just unfortunately today's world, schools around the country are just looking at what they need to do to modernize their entrances, but also make them more safe.
There were more changes than just the front of the building. One of the other major changes is the new lighting in the auditorium. These lights are controlled by a panel that gives more options for different lighting in future theater classes and will be used for the upcoming Marvin's Room and Frozen.
We just had a little bit of training, enough to sort of scratch the surface with some of the really cool things our lighting can do. So we're just learning with Marvin's Room. It's just such a quick turnaround. The lights will work and we'll have some cool colors. And then hopefully with Frozen, we're gonna learn how to do some really cool effects and utilize like the capabilities of all the lighting instruments to their full potential.
One change that was made that shocked students was the switch from 5 lunches to 4. This change was made to prevent overlapping between lunches. 5 lunches made it so there would be too many students in the lunchroom at one time.
The whole time period is very similar to last year, but we just found that we could put more students in the cafeteria versus last year. We had some lunches that were kind of underutilized. We had about 60% in here when we could put a lot more students in here.
While this change was the best option with the new schedule, it still has led to some overcrowding.
Yeah, I'd say it's gotten way more crowded in there. Oftentimes I'll just either have a friend who goes out and eats his car because of how crowded it is, or I don't know, I just barely find a seat or sit by random people at lunch.
Some smaller changes include new lockers in the locker room, a gate at the food lines with a sliding glass door, and new graphics around the building to liven up Millard West even more. In the future, more weight and hopefully more space will be added to the weight room. For the MWHS Wildcat News, this has been Jacob Hargens.